Hey, it's Kevin. Welcome back to the Road Warrior. The Winter Olympics are finally done. I may be in the minority. I don't know. Hooray to me. I haven't watched a minute of the Olympics. I'm not interested. I know we just had one, and I realize it was strange circumstances because of COVID. But I've always thought, at least for the last 25, 30 years, the Olympics were too often. Because back when I was a little kid, back in the 60s and 70s, the Olympics happened every 4 years, literally. You'd have the Winter and Summer Games all in the same year. 1976, Winter Games in the January, February, Summer Games in July, August, whenever they were. And then you'd wait 4 years and we'd do both of them again. But thanks to television, thanks to advertising, we've changed that. And we now have the Olympics in theory, every 2 years. Now, granted, it's been different because of COVID, and we had less than a 1 year wait. But I just don't think they're as special anymore now that they're not just every 4 years. And I realize the politics behind everything, and I realize the politics of whether we should even have them or not anymore. Now that we live in this connected world, we all know how good the half-pipe guy or the snowboarding guy in Japan was. And we all know how good the Russians were in figure skating. And sure, you always had the one or two great worldwide athletes that weren't American that we heard or knew about thanks to things like Wide World of Sports back in the day. But now we can literally see YouTube video of every one of these people year-round, every year, all the time. I can call my mother up right now and she can tell me stats about every person figure skating in the Olympics. My mom is a huge figure skating fan. She rattles off names of people I've never even heard of before. And who's the main American? Is it Nathan Chen or something like that? My mother could tell you what he can do, what he can't do. It's her sport. As much as I'm obsessed with NASCAR and my wife with baseball, my mom is a figure skating person. So this is her heaven. This is her nirvana. And especially as the year leading up to the Winter Olympics, they start doing more figure skating on TV, and she'll watch it all. Again, I don't mind highlighting, spotlighting amateur athletes, but again, the question is, what is amateur anymore? And again, because of the political climate we're all in, and because of the proliferation of all the tools, the world is not as mysterious to us anymore. It was fascinating back when I was a little kid of watching all these athletes from other countries that we would never see or hear about. Now it's no big deal. At least it's not to me. And yes, I realize how commercialized it's become, and how it's all about television. We don't do it in real time, so in China, it's already tomorrow afternoon. I don't even care about that. I can't get excited anymore. Again, maybe it's just me. I know they've had decent viewership. I haven't seen a lot of ratings, but I see more people not caring anymore, as do care. Again, one man's opinion, jaded old guy, I don't know. Maybe it's because it doesn't interest me as much anymore. I'm so against it. And because we're coming out of COVID, I'm a little bit more agitated. I don't really know the answer. Something's missing to me. Something's lacking. And that's the only thing I can think of. You do these every 4 years and put them back on the same year, and maybe I'd be excited. I don't know. Back next week, another Road Warrior, kevinmason.us, home to all the Road Warrior videos on Facebook, on YouTube. Love it when you're here. Love it when you watch. Love it when you tell a friend. Love it when you subscribe. Click at the bottom. Subscribe. All that stuff I'm supposed to say. There's like a rule book of what people on the internet, influencers, are supposed to say. But since I hold no influence with you, I'm just happy when you do show up and when you do watch and when you make it to the end of the video. That's the exciting part, if you make it this far. Back next week, another Road Warrior. Thanks.